Hey guys, it is me again. Today is Tuesday, September the 11th. Makes it day 255 on our Daily Bread Project 2012. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and apologize for the audio video lag. It's slow as this thing took to start. I know that it's there, so it's about the slowest I've ever seen it start. Every time it does it, it pops up and says that my Windows virtual memory is running low, so I don't know what the deal is with that. Like I said, maybe this computer's just not big enough to do what I need it to do. But anyway, guys, like I just said, um, it is good to be here. I hope y'all are doing all right tonight. I got to try to make this quick, guys. I really apologize for not being here the last couple nights. But just to be honest about it, guys, I don't know if, I had a lot to do over the weekend. I told y'all we had an air compressor go down at work, and we had to go run and get one of those, and I worked out Saturday. We just had a lot going on with church and with things here at home and a lot of stuff to do. I don't know if doing all that is what done it. I don't know if that wore me out or not, but what I'm saying, guys, the last 2 nights I have fell asleep, way earlier than I normally fall asleep, and didn't wake up till, 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning, just too late and just too, how you do if you're asleep for several hours and wake up, you just can't walk over here and make a video, So anyway, guys, that happened to me Sunday night, and I said, oh, I'll make sure that I don't do that again, and I'll be daggone, like I said, the same thing happened last night. I just laid here around watching TV, fell asleep, bam, before I noted I was out. Like I said, I don't know, if I was so tired or what, but anyway, guys, I hope you'll forgive me for that. It is good to be here. You all that see this tonight and early in the morning, pray for me, guys. I got to go to the dentist tomorrow, which is one of those deals. I'm kind of looking forward to it because I want to start getting my teeth fixed. But I'm hoping that they can, that they can fix them. That, they are going to be able to be saved. My front ones at least, the ones, that you can see that I've still got. So I know they're not going to be able to do everything in one trip, but I hope we can at least start on them and maybe get some kind of progress done. So anyway, guys, just pray for that, and I guess that's about it. Nothing new to really talk about. So let's get to the important thing to talk about. And guys, I want to ask you all again. I've done this before. I want to ask you all again. Me and Brother Woody were talking about it, kind of back and forth in email and stuff. I want you guys' opinion on whether I should stay with King James Version or switch to another version on my readings. Now, I know a lot of people struggle with the King James, and that's the reason I'm asking that. A lot of people struggle with it. A lot of people prefer a translation that's a little more, just easier to understand. And because, the King James Version, it was made, 1,600 years approximately after the death of Christ. It was translated from we've got Hebrew, the Old Testament, and then Greek and Aramaic is what the New Testament was wrote in, those two different languages. So, you're translating it from that to a language that we don't even speak anymore. We speak English, but it's not near the same. We don't talk near the same. So I can understand why a lot of people have trouble with it. So that's what I'm just asking, guys. I asked that question before, and I did have a couple people that kind of wanted me to switch, but I had a couple people that didn't want to switch. They said they followed along in their Bibles with me, and it was King James, and so, it's one of those deals. I don't know what, that's the only reason I don't even like asking this question is because, who do you go with? If you got two or three that want to switch and two or three that don't, then who do you pick? So, but, I wouldn't mind switching. I'm not going to lie about it. I wouldn't mind switching to another version doing my readings, if you guys did not take offense to that. So just let me know. Give me your opinion on it. So anyway, guys, here we go. Hebrews chapter 2. Starting in verse 7. And I know what most of you are going to say. Pray about it and just see where the Lord leads us. And that is what we should do. But, I want your guys' input too. Hebrews 2:7, guys. Thou madest him a little lower than the angels. Thou crownest him with glory and honor, and didst set him over the works of thy hands. Now, this is talking about Adam here, guys, who this is talking about. Thou hast put all things in subjection under his feet. For in that he put all in subjection under him, he left nothing that is not put under him. But now we see not yet all things put under him. So this is kind of going back and forth, guys. Guys, what did I just do? I went too far. Okay, verse 9. But we see Jesus, who was made a little lower than the angels, for the suffering of death, crowned with glory and honor, that he, by the grace of God, should taste death for every man. Now, guys, this is just saying, it's not saying that Jesus was made or Jesus created. This is just saying Jesus was put. Jesus became a little lower than the angels. It's saying Jesus became more like us so that he could taste death. Because of him and his true divine spiritual form, he could not die. So it's saying that he did this so he could taste death for every man. Verse 10, for it became him for whom are all things, and by whom all are things, in bringing many sons unto glory, to make the captain of their salvation perfect through sufferings. For both he that sanctifieth and they who are sanctified, guys, this is where that kind of King James deal, you get into sanctifieth, and that's the thing. Jesus didn't talk like that. Jesus spoke Hebrew. Well, of course, Jesus can speak every language, but Jesus spoke Aramaic and Hebrew. So, I do agree with a lot of the people that, talk about, I don't think you're doing something wrong by switching from this version to another version, is what I'm saying, because we're not getting the actual literal translation from Jesus anyway, even though this is approved by God, or God will not let it happen. There's a lot of other versions that are approved by God as well. For both he that sanctifieth and they who are sanctified are all of one, for which cause he is not ashamed to call them brethren. So it's saying Jesus is not ashamed to call the people like us that are sanctified brethren, saying, I will declare thy name unto my brethren. In the midst of the church will I sing praise unto thee. And again I will put my trust in him. And again, behold, I and the children which God hath given me. For as much then as the children are partakers of the flesh and blood, he also himself likewise took part of the same, that through death he might destroy him that had the power of death, that is, the devil, and deliver them who through fear of death were all their lifetime subject to bondage. For verily he took not on him the nature of angels, but he took on him the seed of Abraham, saying that Jesus, he did not take on the form of an angel, or the nature of an angel, it's saying. He said he took on the form of man in us. And when it talks about he took on him the seed of Abraham, that's how he done it. Through the seed of Abraham, through the Jewish people, Jesus Christ was born. He was born a Jew. That's the reason it always trips me out, guys, when you see these people. I've seen Christians before, or claim to be Christians. I'll put it that way. I don't call them Christians. People that claim to be Christians that say they hated Jews. They say they hate Jews. That don't make sense to me. Number one, first point, the Bible tells us that we have to support the Jews, and the Jews are our brethren, and we would not be able to be saved if salvation came through the Jews. Number two, do they not realize Jesus himself was a Jew? I mean, yeah, the Jewish people put Jesus to death, but we put Jesus to death every time we sin. Or what I'm saying, he died for all of us. So I don't know where they just get so goofy. They just want to hate somebody, I guess. Anyway, guys, verse 17, wherefore in all things it behoved him to be made like unto his brethren. That means he chose to be made like us, that he might be a merciful and faithful high priest in things pertaining to God, to make reconciliation for the sins of the people. For in that he himself hath suffered, being tempted, he is able to succor them that are tempted. Basically saying, guys, that Jesus, came and suffered and went through the things that we go through. So it's saying, you know, by doing that, he can truly not only save us, but understand what we're going through because he went through it as well. So anyway, guys, thank you all. I love you all. Thanks for being here. I did not mean to make this video this long, but like I said, I got to get in the bed. I got to get up early in the morning and go to the dentist. So I love you all, guys. Thanks for being here. You all pray for me. Keep praying for my business. And good Lord willing, guys, I'll be here tomorrow night. Until I see you all again, good night and God bless.